All right. Morning, guys. Thank you for coming through today to DuePoint. It's the daytime one. The light doesn't come on for the daytime one. Guys, this morning you are sitting at DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. You see, there we go. I'm streaming live into the pockets of people here. It's not a pocket dial, it's a pocket stream. Folks, we are streaming out live to the country, so that's why I have asked you to put your phones on silent for me. Let me get back to this. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed insurance company, both life and short-term. We are, of course, a registered and authorized financial services provider. There's our FSP number. Go away, do whatever research you want to do about us. Get comfortable with who you're dealing with. We were first registered in 1952, so we're nearly 70 years old. So today I want you to understand, as we talk through what we're talking through, that you're not dealing with something that's new. You're dealing with something that has been very much a part of the South African context for a long, long time. Take some time afterwards. Have a look at all of our licenses on the wall next to the front door there. Know who you're dealing with. We also want you to be comfortable with the team that's here at DuePoint. The team is being handpicked for their skills and experience in what we're doing here. And I don't just say that to kind of market to you, and that will be the sense during the course of today that I'm marketing to you. We only ever talk facts here. One of the things you'll get to know about DuePoint is we're a very black and white organization. We talk only facts while we're here. This team was specifically selected because of their skill sets. This is me. I'm the head of the division here and the founder of DuePoint, the division. And I've been in the financial services space for nearly 20 years. Started my own insurance company just down the road called Prime Meridian Direct, which most of you would know, I would imagine. Just look at the billboards. You'll see us out there. I've been doing this for a while. Tim over here is our banking expert. He's been in the banking space for about 15 or 16 years working for the First Rand Group, reporting directly to the CEO at the First Rand Group for nearly 15 years. He brings the banking specialities to the team. Then we've got Stacey. She's our auditor, comes from Deloitte, worked both locally and internationally for them before she came and joined us over here. Then we've got Jane. Jane's from the UK. She is our direct selling specialist. For nearly 20 years, she's worked in the direct selling space, both internationally and here in South Africa. And then we've got Rob over here. He's our design guy. Ran his own digital design firm for 15 years called Wide, specializing in the marketing and advertising of financial services products. Now that's all great, and as I said, we have been handpicked because of our skills, but the most important part of our team is that we're right here. We're actually right here. If ever you need us, you know where to find us. You don't have to Skype us in from overseas. We don't come once a year for a conference. We're right here for you at every point in time. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, there's two things that we do at DuePoint. The first thing, our number one priority, the cornerstone and foundation of our entire organization, is the desire to put into the hands of South Africans recurring and reliable income. Right now, I don't have to tell you anymore. Once upon a time, I would have had to do a selling sort of spiel to convince you, but I don't have to anymore. The work has been done. Just look at what's happening in the news, and you'll know in South Africa that we are in a desperate and sorry state. Economically speaking, not one of us is in a position where we can be confident about our future careers. Not one of us. We've got businesses closing down on a daily basis. We've got the economy falling to pieces, the rand going to hell. Every day people are being retrenched. And this is across the spectrum. It doesn't matter what job you have. If you think you're safe because you're an executive, I've got bad news for you. If you think you're safe because you've been in a business a long time, I've got bad news for you. Every one of us will be forced to change our jobs in the next 5 years, almost guaranteed. Now, that's fine. At least it's paying a salary every single month. Okay? But we are not in control of that salary. As individual employees, you know someone else decides how much you're going to be paid. Someone else decides what your raise will be, if any. Someone else will decide what bonus you get, if any. And probably more importantly, someone else will decide if you're promoted or not. And that, when you say to yourself as a youngster particularly, I've got a career ahead of me, well, that career is actually in the hands of other people. It's in the hands of other people. We're tired of that. We're tired of that at DuePoint. We're tired of it as South Africans. And we wanted to create something that was an instrument we could put in the hands of South Africans where they would be in control of creating income for themselves at their own pace and in their own way. And that's the primary objective of DuePoint. If we can create that income in your hands, we believe we can solve a whole lot of systematic and systemic problems in South Africa. The first being debt. We all know about it. It's a problem every one of us has. We're drowning in it. Again, I don't have to advertise to you. You know it. We're absolutely drowning in debt. to the point that the politicians who themselves are drowning in debt keep asking to have the credit bureaus blanked, like that'll fix their credit. It doesn't. We have a huge problem. But if we can place reliable income in your hands, our hope is that we can start eliminating debt in South Africa. We also hope that we can start planning for a different kind of future in South Africa. Right now, the last 100, 200 years, we have been perpetuating the poverty cycle in South Africa. What we do is when we get to the end of our ability to work, we become reliant on our children and the state to feed and house us. This is a burden we place on our children. You yourselves have had to carry that burden. And when you get too old to work, you too will put that burden of poverty on your children. We want to break that cycle. We want to get people ready for retirement the proper way by creating lifetime, reliable, recurring income. When you can't work anymore, it still pays. And if it still pays, you are able to go into retirement without having to rely on 1,400 Rand a month state pension that probably won't be able to be distributed to you, given the collapse of the systems around that. And you won't need to put economic pressure on your children. But you can, in fact, assist them, grow them, and we can change the future direction of South Africa's economy. That's what our hope is. The second thing that we do at DuePoint is we are modernizing ourselves, bringing ourselves into the 21st century. As consumers, we've changed. We want things differently. We want to be directly connected with our suppliers. We want to be in the process of all the transactions that we're involved in. We want to be in that space. And so we've designed a system that allows for that and allows for us to create reliable income for you, and we call it the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very simple. What it does is it allows you as individuals to contract with us as wealth engineers. Wealth engineers have a single task, and that task is to tell everybody about DuePoint. That's it. By doing that, you create for us a connection to South Africans we would not have had with classical and traditional advertising. Right now, we know less and less people are responding to traditional advertising. They just aren't. It's not the way we consume anymore. But if you are able to connect us to all the South Africans, those that might never have even responded to marketing, we now have a platform into which we can come and facilitate the purchase of our products. Where we do that, we create revenue for ourselves, and where we create revenue for ourselves, we create an extra income for you. Not a primary income. Your jobs need to remain your primary income. We don't ask anybody to ever quit their jobs. But our hope is that with this extra income, we can start bridging the gaps in your personal finance. What you need to be paying off your debt, what you need to be preparing for the future, what you need to be able to start aspiring again. That's something that as South Africans we've stopped doing. We've stopped aspiring. It has been beaten out of us. Absolutely been. There is no hope for aspiration in South Africa. But if we can create something that bridges that gap and gets you to a point where you can aspire again, we will have achieved the objective that we want. We create it on a recurring basis. You are not peddling goods here at DuePoint. No more selling. No more selling milkshakes, creams, cactus, this, deer antler, that, energy, this. No. All gone. That is 20th century. This is 21st century. Here, we are involved with only financial services and lifestyle products that run on a debit order system, which means that every month that debit order runs. It's computerized. You don't have to be running to your friends to beg them to buy again every single month. No, it runs on a debit order system, and every time that debit order is paid, you receive your extra income on a recurring lifetime basis. Folks, we have in our system the ability for you to go beyond your own capacity and capability. As an individual, you only have a couple of hours of daylight every day that you can produce income in. But if you're able to leverage others, you now multiply your ability and your capability to build your future. We put that power of duplication into our system so that you truly are free to become whatever you want to be in the DuePoint system. It is completely flexi time, and you are completely independent of us. You are not employees of ours. We are not hiring you. No one at DuePoint hires. You are given the opportunity to use a tool, and you can use that tool as much as you like or as little as you like. It is an input-output tool, which means whatever you put in, it will put out. If you put a little bit in, only a little bit will come out. That is a decision that you will make with the DuePoint system. There is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer, folks, none at all. Like we know in South Africa, whenever there's one of these, you need to sell the milkshakes and the potions and all that, there's always a starter kit you have to buy for some exorbitant amount, normally based in dollars. Okay? There's none of that here. There's no startup fee of any kind. There's no business fee on a monthly basis. There's no application forms that you have to pay for. There is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. As a product owner, as a DuePoint product owner, ladies and gentlemen, for no additional fee, you get to be a wealth engineer with us. And so it's a zero risk decision today. If you decide to become a wealth engineer today, no money will pass out of your pockets or wallets today as you become one. It also does not require any form of qualification or experience. This is very important for you to note. As a wealth engineer, you form no part of the sales transaction at DuePoint. None at all. You are not selling anything. As a result, you're not a representative. You're not a broker. You're not a financial advisor. Geez, we've seen these things on Facebook. You are not any of those things. You are none of those things. And therefore, everybody in South Africa can become a wealth engineer at DuePoint. You are ever building an asset. Because it's a recurring income, we can now value your channel. And that means at any stage in the future, you may choose to sell your channel. You can price it, so you can sell it. You can transfer it. It will outlive you. When you pass away one day, that channel will pass on to your children, and they will benefit from the income that you have built during your lifetime. Remember that eradicating the debt, the poverty cycle? This is how we're going to do it with the DuePoint system. Folks, as I said, absolutely no selling. Please, at no point in the future believe you will have to sell any of our products. We're going to talk about our products a little bit later today. You are not selling them. What your task is as a wealth engineer is to simply tell people about the opportunity to create for themselves a lifetime recurring income. That is what you talk about. You'll see in that sentence, I never mentioned any of our products at any point in time. That's what you will be doing. As I said, this is the 21st century. We're leaving behind all the products that you once had to sell. You play no part in that process anymore. Folks, as a wealth engineer, your task is to create a channel of income for yourself. How do you do that? You go out and, as I say, you tell people about the opportunity to become wealth engineers. As you do, some people will catch the vision and will want to become wealth engineers at DuePoint. You will then go and add them to DuePoint as wealth engineers, and we will allocate them to your channel. These folk, having been in a presentation like this, will go out and do exactly the same thing. They will go and tell others about the DuePoint opportunity, and some of them will become wealth engineers and be allocated to your channel. In time, you will have droves of people across the country all talking about DuePoint, all expanding your channel. We then come along as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout the channel you have now created for us. And so your income is born. Now, what's very important to note is this is not one of those schemes, not one of those fringy business opportunities that you see on Facebook and the internet. We are none of these things. We are a listed and licensed insurance company that has been around for 70 years. We don't get to participate in those funny things. And as a result, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You are not going to find yourself a millionaire in 3 months, as they promise on Facebook. You will not be earning 100,000 Rand a month in 3 months, as Facebook promises. You will not. This is a genuine lifetime income. And as a result, like building a career or starting your own business, it's going to take years of time and effort and thought and persistency for you to change your life forever. But one of the wonderful things about this thing is that we know that you will be in control the whole way through. You will decide how quickly or how slowly you change your future. Now, there's 2 ways that you can do that. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment that is made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So, for instance, you went out and you chatted to a few folk. They became wealth engineers on what's called your first point. These were people you directly introduced to DuePoint. You will get every month that they pay their products 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand, not 1 Rand or 5 Rand or 12 Rand. That's 20th century. 21st century says that in our economy, none of that is going to change your life. You can't buy anything for 12 Rand anymore. 55 Rand, material, significant, and you feel it almost immediately. These people go out, they talk to a few people. When these people make their product payments, and it's very important that you note that product payments are every single month. Yours too. Not once a month, every month. I always get surprised by that. You're buying a financial services product. You never pay once for a financial services product. You pay monthly. Here too. Every month that everybody pays their products, you will get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200% again, 55 Rand for every product payment that is made. There's only a couple of dots on there, but there's about 1,000 Rand a month now of recurring, reliable income that you've just created for yourself. 1,000 Rand. Now, forget about the 100,000 and the million you see on the internet and Facebook. How does an extra 1,000 rand within minutes of being at DuePoint start to change your finances, start to change your future? Well, if that's not enough, as your channel continues to grow, so does your income. However, the 27.50 rand then starts reducing until the 8th point. At the 8th point, however, your channel does not stop. There is no limit to how big your channel can get with the DuePoint system, with the returns program. All that happens is from the 8th point onwards, you get 4% of 27.50 rand. So if you grow your channel to 15 points big and you qualify to earn where people make their product payments, you'll get 4% of 27.50 rand. Maybe one day your children have spent a generation building their channel. There's 100 points in your channel, and someone on the 100th point makes a payment and you qualify to earn, you'll get 4% of 27.50 rand. You have no limitation on your potential and your capacity here at DuePoint. Now, this is just dots on the screen. It doesn't practically tell you how much you can earn. Let's talk about practical earnings. It's not an easy question to answer. I need to know how fast you're going to grow, and every one of you is going to grow at a different rate. But we took 20 years of data, and we did a lot of hard maths on it, and we came up with what we believe is a very conservative and realistic growth rate. We call it the 3+2 growth formula. It says in your first month with us, you put just 3 people on your first point. Just 3. This is not an unreasonable, part-time job, 15 to 20 hours a week. This is a couple hours in a month. 3 people in your first month. And then every month thereafter, you put 2 people on your first point. Just 2. 1 every 2 weeks. But you do it every month. And this is the thing where people fall down. People don't like work. And as soon as they get to month 3, they go, hang on, this sounds like work. I have to put 2 people every month in. Yes. As long as you follow that formula, then these numbers will apply to you. If you can do that, and we apply our lapses and cancellations and all of that jazz to it, we believe that you can reasonably expect, after 6 months of 3+2, to be earning about 2,500 rand a month. That's 30,000 rand a year. 2,500 extra rands into your household every month on top of your current income that you're getting from your job. 6 months. Now, if you push through to a year, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. That's 120,000 rand a year. 120,000 rand a year, that pretty much changes everything for 90% of people in South Africa. But perhaps you're one of those individuals who's already earning 100,000 rand or 150,000 rand a month, okay? Well, if you can do it for 2 years, 24 months, that's not a big ask, okay? +2, +2, +2 every month, working with your team, we reckon you'd be on about 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month. 360,000 rand a year. It's not taking you 3 months to get to 100,000 like they promise on the internet. No. 2 years of +2 and working with your teams every month, and we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning about 30,000 rand a month. Now, if you can do it for 3 years, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 rand a month, 600,000 a year. If you can do it for 4 months, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 rand a month. That's 720,000 rand a year. I mean, I don't think most of you have ever dreamt about earning 720,000 rand a year. But it's 4 years. 4 years. If you can do 5 years, half a decade with us, half a decade. Not 5 minutes, not 90 days, not 6 months when you come to me and say, Brendan, your business doesn't work. No. My business doesn't work in 90 days. It works in 5 years. If you can do 5 years of consistent and persistent effort, and you're dealing with people, they're very disappointing creatures. You have to be incredibly resistant to frustration. If you can do that for 5 years, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year. That's where you get to the Facebook numbers, and you've got there in 5 years, not 3 months. Now, I get different reactions to this. The first is that people tell me this is too slow. They say, no, Brendan, I've literally had people say the problem with DuePoint is your earnings are too slow. Well, the problem with DuePoint is we're here for life. That's the problem. If you want to create a lifetime income, you have to put time in. Time in. 5 years, however, is nothing. It is nothing. How many years have you dedicated to your employment? How many years? Hundreds, thousands of hours. Thousands of hours you've thrown away. Has it met any of your aspirations? Has it fulfilled any of your dreams? Are you any closer to them? It's a treadmill. You just run on the spot permanently. And yet people are happy to commit 60, 80 hours a week to that. But when we talk about this, I say, Brendan, I don't have time. Really? But you're willing to put 40, 60, 80 hours a week into something that's dead end. And in South Africa, I can say with almost 100% certainty, you have a dead end job. I can say that. You have a dead end job. Only 0.5% of South Africans have jobs that will see them through to their aspirations. 0.5%, you've got more chance of being struck by lightning. You do. So whatever excuse you're thinking of today, just know you're saying, I'd rather be struck by lightning. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying through this process. 5 years to R1,000,000. Now, the opposite reaction I get too, where people say this is rubbish. You're just making up numbers. This is just marketing, and you could make it look any way you like with mathematics. Yeah, true. That's not what we did, but that's true. But let's look at some lifetime, real-life examples. Okay. Now, we've happened to have last night a very big, I want to say show, but it wasn't a show. We had a big presentation here last night. We had a couple of our big hitters in, and I'm going to be showing you what they showed us last night. If you want to go and see people earning a little bit, medium amounts, all sorts in between, go to our YouTube channel. We got hundreds of testimonies of people earning different amounts. Go and watch them there if you want to see some more real-life examples. But here's our first guy, Mavuma Zeka. He's from Alberton, Joburg. He joined us on my birthday last year, 2nd November. That's got to be good luck. He's been with us. He's been with us for about 5 or 6 months. What's it? November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, okay. 5.5 months. He, though, is adamant he didn't start until January. Okay? He says, no. I didn't do anything in December. I started in January. Okay, so if he started in January, then he's only been with us for 4 months. He's been working with the DuePoint system for 4 months. And in 4 months, he's got to a channel size of 16,500 Rand a month. 4 months. Now, this you might not get you. So let's not look at that one. Let's cross out. Look at this one here. What does 5,300 Rand a month more do for your finances right now? How does it change things for you? We got a list of problems. How many can you cross off for just 5 grand a month? I don't need Facebook's 100,000 and million Rand to change South African lives. We don't need that. To change your life, an extra 5,000 Rand. He did it in 2 months, if we go with the January story. If we go with the November story, he did it in 3. My math said 6 months to 2,500 Rand. Do you remember that? 6 months to 2,500. So when people say that I'm being flamboyant and exaggerating, I don't. I actually think we're very conservative in the numbers we show you. I think it's very reasonable if after 3 months someone can be on 5 grand when I said it would take 6 to get to 2.5. He's now on 16. How does that change your list of problems? How does that change them? Okay, that's Mavuma. Fantastic. We've got Donnie from Alberton as well. There's obviously some magic sparklies over Alberton this month. They're on fire this month, okay? Joined us a year ago. A year ago. He was one of our very first wealth engineers to join DuePoint. A year ago. And over the course of the year, he's built his income up to 20,000 Rand a month. 240,000 Rand a year. 240,000 Rand a year, $250,000 Rand. Okay? Second year. My math said you should be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month after 12 months. Do you remember? He's on nearly double. Nearly double. It's all up to you on what you do and how you choose to grow your channel. It's completely up to you. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. They joined us 5 days after Donnie last year. A year ago. Yesterday, they were paid 82,499 Rand into their bank account. Pumi asked me last night, she said, well, did you manage to find enough space in my bank account? So did you find enough space in my bank account? They've been with us for a year. They're now earning a return of 68,000 Rand potentially maximum every single month. And they made rank 10. We're going to talk about the ranks in a moment this month, which gave them a 50,000 Rand XP reward in our training program. Folks, it's completely up to you. In a year, they've gone, look here, through December. How long was December? It was 4 months ago. They were on 15. 4 months later. This is a tool you will decide how big and how little it is. As at DuePoint, you will find in time that we have removed all barriers to entry, all bottlenecks, all roadblocks. They've all been removed. There's only one we cannot, despite our best efforts, there's just one we cannot remove, and that's you. You will be the biggest problem you have in the building of your channel. You will decide you're too tired. You will decide you don't have time. You will decide that everybody said no. Everybody, all 51 million South Africans have said no to you. You will decide all sorts. You're embarrassed. You're out of energy. You will be the problem. Or you can be the solution. That's your decision. You will be. There are no blockages in the DuePoint system. Folks, as I said to you on our YouTube site, there are many, many people earning. Some earning a little bit. Some earning a medium amount. Some earning a lot. Go and watch the YouTube channel and see for yourself. The maths is quite sound. All right, the second way you earn is through our training program. Our training program is called our XP Rewards program. We take you through a set of steps. We hold your hand from beginner to expert in becoming the best wealth engineer you can for DuePoint. Some of you might say, I've never done this before, I don't know how to do it. No problem. Our training program gets you there step by step. As you complete the steps in the training program, we give you XP points. They're a measure of your experience. They're not worth a cent. So if you read on Facebook that they're worth rands, they are not. Okay? XP points are a measure of your experience with us. But as you get more experienced, and as your channel starts to grow, and where you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we start to reward you, not with plastic pens and pads and plastic name tags that you get at the training of your offices and work, with money and tools. In the beginning, it's a little bit of money, okay, but you can get that in the first few weeks with us. A little bit later, the money gets a little bit more serious as you get a bit more serious, and then we start to introduce tools to you. We start to reward you with tools. At rank 5, like you saw, Mavuma made rank 5 yesterday. He got, and you will at rank 5, get a lightning memory stick imported from the USA, jam-packed with all of our presentations, downloads, testimonies, everything that you need, that plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. Doesn't matter where you are, you plug it in, and you can be talking to people about DuePoint, and so your channel will grow. At rank 7, you get your own set of business cards. Arguably the most powerful tool you can have in the DuePoint system is your own set of business cards. But this set's worth 12,500 rand. It is imported for you. It's gold gilded and gold leafed and custom made for you. When you put it in the hands of somebody else, they're going to ask you who's DuePoint and what do you do for them. That is very powerful in accelerating the growth of your channel. And you get that 12,500 rand set when you hit rank 7. At rank 9, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday every year for the rest of your life as long as you maintain your channel size. It's 5-star, it's business class, it's all expenses paid. Now we've just recently, this last weekend, had our Ironman Easter conference away. And if you don't believe me, talk to the people that went on that trip. There was no expense spared. None at all. And the same will occur here, but this is for 7 days, not just the 4 days of the Easter weekend. Business class, 5 for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size. Now, we always ask everybody, who is going to come with us to this year, particularly? We're going to Mauritius at the end of the year. Everybody's always like, I'm coming, I will be there, book my room, book it. And then like 3 weeks later, I'll never see them again. Now, Rob, the other guy, he always, when he presents, he says, no, none of you are coming with, because none of you are rank 9. You've got to get to rank 9 first in our training program. And that's not easy. That means you're going to go through the training, and you're going to build, and you're going to build, and you're going to build. But along the way, there's all sorts of little milestones, like I showed you, all the way to rank 9. And at rank 9, you get this. This XP Rewards program does not stop at rank 9. It, like the returns program, has no limit. It keeps growing with you. It keeps going more and more advanced. So this is just the beginning of the program. End of this year, like I said, this is where we're going to be going.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
So there's the question, will you be there? Everyone, yes, book my room. Yeah, I know. Folks, we're not going to the camping park. You can see that, or the caravan park. We are going to a very serious hotel. That's actual footage of the hotel that we're going to. Deposits have been paid. I had a very clever lady the other day say, how do you know how many people will be coming that you've paid? No, well, there's so many accountants in this building. We have a lot of fun using probability and statistics. That's what we do. And so we have paid for what we think is coming. But it's easy enough for us to add rooms if people make it. And any one of you can make it. Any one of you. We're going in December. There's still 6 months at least that you can get to there. You can see what guys are doing in just a few months. Any one of you can get there. Any one of you watching can get there. The decision is yours. Now, the decision is not just today. The decision is every single day going forward, because every day it's going to be like going to work. Hard work, commitment, and persistency to get there. Folks, at Rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. We give you your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented to you. It's not given to you for a month or for a year and then taken away from you. It's your car. It's yours forever. We intend for you to build your freedom in that car. We run monthly wealth quests as part of our training program as well, which allows you every month to equip yourself with a tool to accelerate the growth of your channel. They're different every single month. They only run from the 1st to the 30th, so do not delay. Otherwise, you will miss out. But every month there's something different. This month, for the month of April, it's the Triple Lightning Qualifier. And what it says is that if you can find 3 people, put them new on your first point, and get them to find 3 people and put them new on their first points this month, and have everybody paid by the end of the month, you'll get your own iPad. An iPad. Not a Hong Kong version from William Nicol Main Road that you pick up from the guy standing there. Your own iPad. You can peel it out the plastic yourself when you get it. That is yours if you can complete this criteria. Now, next month it'll be different. We designed them to obviously help you build your channels in the correct and most sustainable manner. And it's completely up to you if you wish to achieve it. So people ask the question, where do we get the money for all of this? Well, it's pretty simple. In the traditional space where we spend most of our time and working careers, what we do is we advertise to you in the classical traditional ways of TV adverts, radio adverts, billboards, SMSs, bathroom, taxi adverts, you name it, we are there advertising. It costs us hundreds of millions a year as companies in the financial services sector. In order to pay for that, we take that cost and we build it into your product prices. Every month that you pay for your funeral cover, your car cover, your banking fees, 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing. That's all it is. You're just paying for next month's marketing in it. Now here, you will find at DuePoint that we never advertise. You will never see us on TV or any billboard, anytime, anywhere, because we use you to penetrate the market for us, to create those channels of distribution for us. And so, all the money that we would have spent on SABC and DSTV is now available to you. Okay, that along with something called fragmental mathematics, which you really don't need to know about, is how the business works. Don't worry about it. Get plugged in and start making some income. The products that we have, folks, the ones you will not be selling. Okay? All right, I get it in your head now. You will not be selling these products are the following. Access Wealth is our first one. It's 299 Rand a month. And for that 299 Rand, we open up a tax-free investment account for you. We take 100 Rand of the 299, we put it in the investment account for you. This is a no notice, no restriction period account, which means the money is immediately available to you. Often I say this, and then afterwards people say to me, when does the money mature? The money never matures. It's not an endowment fund. This is your tax-free investment account. You can draw the money at any time you like, which means that the actual monthly cost is only 199 Rand a month. Because the other 100 Rand is in your investment account. You can draw it at any point in time. We give you 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover as well in that price. And as I said, as a product owner, you get to be a wealth engineer for no additional cost. The second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 a month, and it gives you 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover with no waiting periods. After your first payment, you're under cover. No medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limit. Anybody can have this product until their last breath. Absolutely awesome. Our third product, probably my favorite one, is called our Wealth Points Buyers Club. What it does is for 274 Rand a month, it allows you access to the discounts, prices, packages, account managers that we negotiate as a corporate, as a listed life insurance company. We get to go and negotiate with suppliers you're already using. Checkers, Hirsch's, Take-A-Lot, Yuppie Chef, Eagle Ford. You're already using them, but now you can make your spend so much more efficient by getting the benefit of all the discounts and vouchers we've negotiated by simply being a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club for 274 Rand a month. I love that product. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Folks, as a wealth engineer, you get the support of the entire executive and management team here. You can book us at any time during business hours to sit with you, to strategize with you, to answer questions and to train you and your teams. You get all of our facilities, our presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, no charge. You can use them Monday to Saturday. You get all of our state-of-the-art technology. You can use it at no additional charge. You get nationwide footprint because we live stream all of our presentations every single day, Monday to Saturday, across the country. So anybody, anywhere, you can set them up in front of a screen and have us in their living room with them. You never do presentations at DuePoint. You have one task. Bring people to DuePoint. How do you do that? There's 4 ways of doing it. 1, you can buy one of our USB sticks. It's got all of our videos on. Means anywhere you can plug that USB stick into a TV or computer and show them the presentation. 2, you can go to our YouTube channel. All of our presentations and our training videos are on our YouTube channel. You can show them live 24 hours a day. We'll do the presentation for you. 3, you can sit people in the actual presentation room, Monday to Friday, evenings, lunches, mornings. We do presentations. You can put them in here. 4, we live stream. You can't get here, but you want people to see us live? Hook them up to our YouTube live stream every single day of the week, Monday to Saturday, and we're doing it for you. You never have to do any presenting. You never have to do any selling with DuePoint. Simply bring people here for the opportunity to earn a recurring lifetime income. Right, that's DuePoint, A to Z. You have to make a decision this morning. I love it. Last night we had a lady after arguably one of our best presentations say, I've got so much food for thought. There's no time for thought anymore. Have you not been watching what is going on out there? We've run out of time. It's decision time now. You're now deciding whether you're happy in your dead-end job, going nowhere with the very high probability of that job being terminated in the near future, or you want to take this tool, no risk. No risk. You're not putting down your life savings like you would if you wanted to join one of these other thingies. There's no risk. But it's the decision to take this tool today, become a wealth engineer, start engineering your future. That's what we want you to do. Folks, if you do decide to become a wealth engineer, it's very simple. Fill out our application form on our website. You can hook up into our Wi-Fi and do it on your tablet or smartphone, or you can use our iPads outside. Once you've completed the application form, you'll receive your W number. That's the birth of your channel. That W number can be worthless or it can be absolutely extravagant. You will decide. You will decide at that point. And then I want you to sit down with the person who brought you here today, and I want you to set a goal and a plan. Because if you don't have those 2 things, 5 years from now, you'll be earning nothing. I guarantee you. You need a goal and a plan, and then you've got to put your head down and push for that goal. All right, folks, we have tools that you can use. We want you to get them. We do not make money out of selling USB sticks here. But we want you to have the tools that will affect the acceleration of your channel. First of all, I told you, our USB sticks, they've got our presentations on them. It means that you're capable at any point, whether you've got data or not, to be showing people about DuePoint. We've got pens. We've got power blocks. People are constantly walking into our office asking for they have their phones charged. If you're going to sign people up, if you want people to be you want to be ready to sign people as wealth engineers onto your app with us, you are going to need your phone charged or a spare battery. Get our power block. It's a great conversation piece too. People go, who's DuePoint? Bang, you're in. Get the tools. Business cards, the most powerful tool you can have. They're not the 12.5 grand set that you will get at rank 7, but they're fantastic. Order them from reception. Order them via info@duepoint.net as well if you're not here. Get the tools. We've got iPad covers, notebooks, all sorts. And when you rank up through the training program, we even have pins that you can demonstrate your rank in the training program. Guys, please get the tools if you become a wealth engineer. Then, folks, if you become a wealth engineer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It costs you nothing. Please be there. Once you've done that, you know the moment we go live and you know the moment we upload videos to our channel. And then get our free app. Download it, use our Wi-Fi, get it on your phone and tablet. It plugs you into your channel. 365. This is a technology company. You will notice there are no paper application forms. There are no brochures. There are nothing. If you don't know how to use a computer, this is the first day of the rest of your life. Because from this day forward, you'll be using your iPhones, your tablets, and your computers to build your channels and your future with DuePoint. So please download our app and get yourselves equipped. Ladies and gentlemen, we are dead serious about what we're doing here. We are dead serious. We will impact the economy of South Africa as DuePoint. We have already started doing it. You are not the first here. We've been going a while now. But we want you to join us in what we're doing here today. If you have any questions or concerns, please talk to the person who brought you here or come and talk to me and my staff. Get the answers to your questions, but don't walk out of here and go back into that dead-end route that you're traveling in. Let's start changing that today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you outside. Thanks for watching us.